Hello and welcome to Hotspur's Reception 2021 New Parents Meeting. My name is Jen Findlay and I'm going to talk you through our presentation to tell you all the essential information you will need for your child starting school. First of all, let's meet the team. We have Sharon Donnelly and Jenny Mackay in Riverside. Sharon is our newly appointed Assistant Head Teacher responsible for Early Years and Key Stage 1. In Woodland, we have Nick Sheeder. She is our English lead across school. They are joined by fabulous support staff. In Woodland, we have Louise Stevenson and Yvonne Gillespie. Louise heads up our speech and language interventions, and Yvonne delivers Right Dance. In Riverside, we have Laura Yeaman, our Thrive practitioner. What is a typical week in reception? Well, the children will experience a mixture of whole class teaching, everybody sitting together on the carpet, key worker activities, when we split one class into two groups of 15 for circle time and key skills, small group teaching, where a member of staff will work with about 6 children and do a teaching job. Child-initiated play is when children get to choose where they want to play from carefully planned, set-out activities. At Hotspur, we love messy play, and it is so important for your children's development. It helps to support fine motor skills and also language. We really value real experiences. Cooking and visitors in school are common. We also like to get out and about when we can. At Hotspur, we have a Key Skills Day, where we focus on the prime areas. Right Dance promotes gross motor skills and upper body strength needed for handwriting. We will work with all children to develop their speech and language. We have Thrive activities for whole class and individuals, and we develop fine motor skills, not just using pencils and scissors, but threading activities and dough disco type activities. At Hotspur, we love being outdoors. We have a woods day. Before the October half term, children will experience this on site in our vast grounds. Hopefully, COVID permitting, after the October half term, the children will visit the Wild Woods, which is Heaton Park. We really value outdoor learning, and we see such a difference with the children. Some children who in school may be a little bit nervous when it comes to reading or writing become leaders outside and problem solvers. We will give you more information about this in the autumn term. Our children will follow the Early Years Foundation Stage curriculum, which is a Birth to 5 curriculum. It has prime areas which underpin all other learning. Your children won't come home saying, "I've learned about understanding the world today," but they will play at the Play-Doh table and count the cakes and use their hand to make little decorative objects on top of the cakes and talk about what they're doing. All the activities are planned to make sure they hit on prime and specific areas of learning. At Hotspur, we work termly in family groups. A family group contains children from reception from every year group up to year 6. This family approach of working is fantastic for the children. It builds a lovely relationship between our younger and older children, and it is theme or topic based. There'll be more details to come in the autumn term. School lunches. Every child in reception at year 1 and year 2 have a free school dinner. If you would not like this, you need to opt for packed lunch. We have booked all of your children's dinners ready for September. We can meet any allergy or medical needs with lunches. We sit with the children to have their lunch, and we encourage them to try their food. We generally don't give individual feedback to parents on how much children have eaten. We ask for 2 out of 3. However, if a member of staff does speak to you about lunches, it's possibly because we're concerned about how much they're eating. But don't you worry, we'll top them up in the classroom with some fruit. Toilets. In reception, we have our own toilets in the classroom. The children can access these at any point. However, it is advisable to have a bag with some extra clothing on their peg. Children sometimes get engrossed in their play, and it takes them a couple of weeks to realise how far it is from the garden to the toilet. If you have any concerns with toileting, please speak to a member of staff at the one-to-one meetings or the stay and play. End of year expectations. We know we have lots of individual unique children starting Hotspur. The government expectation is that children should be able to read a sentence, write a sentence they can read back to themselves, and be able to use numbers confidently within 10 and count beyond 10 and even beyond 20. For lots of you, your children will achieve this. We are realistic and know that not every child will. What we care about is that every child makes sustained progress, and that's what our teachers are fabulous at doing. Here is an example of our reading records. From their second week in school, they'll have a library book. Library books are for you to read to your child. Once they have learned enough phonics sounds, they'll have a reading book for them to read to you. The reading record has 2 boxes per page. This is 1 box per week, and in each box there are 3 stars. Every time you share a book with your child can colour a star. We aim for 3 times a week for reading. More's even better. School uniform. It is fabulous to see our children in school uniform, but please don't worry about having to get logoed uniform. You can go to emblematic, which is great. If not, a yellow t-shirt and a blue jumper or fleece will suffice. But please make sure when it comes to shoes you don't buy laces. The children cannot fasten them and we want them to be independent. We go outside in all weathers, so you do need a coat. And please be mindful, we play with paint and clay outside. So make sure this is a coat that can be easily washed. And a pair of wellies is a good idea to have in school too. We do have a fabulous mud kitchen and it's much better to play in with wellies. A book bag can be purchased from the main entrance. This is advisable as we are encouraging reading from the second week with library books. Sometimes children need transition objects to help them settle at school. We do discourage these as we have experienced them being left in school over a weekend, which makes for a distraught child and distraught parents. However, if they do need to bring an object, it'll be kept in their home time box. This will only be allowed for a short time, just to support your child to settle. However, I would encourage you to speak to any member of staff about any worries you have with your child settling in school. We are all very experienced and want to make sure your child has a really smooth start to school. We will not keep a distressed child at school, so our transition arrangements are general for everybody, but should we need to, we can organise bespoke arrangements for your child. We work closely with our parents at Hotspur. We have an open door policy. Sometimes things happen at home and you might not share them with the teacher, but it's really important we know what is happening. An example for this is maybe the fish has died. This might not be significant to yourselves, but to your little person it might just be the thing that upsets them that day. So keep in contact with our teachers and share any issues. Let's also celebrate success. It's so brilliant to find out the wonderful things children are doing at home. We aim to have stay and play sessions in the new year, teaching parents how we teach children to read and how we teach maths. And I'm sure you all have some fabulous skills. Let us know and we'll invite you in to help us. At Hotspur, we document children's learning and we use this with the Tapestry Journal app. The logo is in the corner. Very soon we will be setting up accounts for you, so please look out for emails coming soon. This app is so fantastic because you can upload photographs from home. So if you're up to anything lovely, let us know too. And we'll be able to brighten up your days, sending photographs of the lovely experiences your children are having at school. School attendance. Attending school is so important. The government sets out that only 95% and above is acceptable attendance for school. Now we know our young children often get ill, and if this is the first setting your children have been to, we do expect that. Please only keep your child off school if they're poorly. We discourage any holidays in term time. Also, being on time for school is so important. Children feel anxious and hurried when they're late. Please make sure you leave for school in plenty of time, and also collect your children on time as well. Children can start to worry when parents are more than a couple of minutes late. This is something we do monitor in school. Summer transition. We've organised day and play sessions in school. This is a fabulous opportunity for your child to meet their new staff and their classroom and have a look at all the wonderful things on offer. Please do attend these. There's also individual meetings where you get a chance to talk to Sharon, Nick and myself about any questions you have about your child starting school. We'll check for any dietary requirements or medical conditions, and it's an opportunity for you to have a face-to-face conversation. School starts in September. Monday the 6th, in fact. The first 2 days are only for staff. These are training days. The school is closed to children. We are going to have a staggered start. Instead of all 60 children starting at once, it will be staggered across the Wednesday, Thursday and Friday of that week. Whichever day you are told your child starts school, they will attend for a full day and will be in school from then on. Lastly, we do offer wraparound care. You can buy breakfast club or after school club. Should you need this in September, please contact admin to organise arrangements. At Hotspur, we believe nobody knows your child better than you, and we can't wait for them to have a fabulous smooth start to our school. Please refer to the website for frequently asked questions, and we will update this as often as we can. If you do have any queries, please email admin and I will get back to you as soon as I can. We can't wait to see all your children in September. Have a fabulous summer.